Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Welcome to your reading for Mercury in retrograde. So, we're going to take a look at, with every energetic cycle, there's a chance for an opportunity for something to come in. It generally comes with some kind of a challenge. So, we're going to take a look at that. But my name is Maggie, and I am really an astrologer who enjoys doing tarot. And so, sometimes the astrology really leaks in because I really believe that it explains the energy. So it all works together. So just hang in there with me. I'll try not to go too into the weeds on the astrology with this. But there is this interesting dynamic that is setting up. It's that Mercury and Mars. It's Venus and Mars, the cosmic lovers right now. So, with Mercury retrograde, sometimes we have the energy of exes coming back. Well, Venus is in retrograde, and that helps to also encourage that energy. And she and Mars are working over the next 2 months. They are in a conversation about making choices and decisions about what to do and how to move forward. And so you may find that in your relationships, this kind of thing shows up a lot for you. And I want to invite you to pay attention to how you feel about things and what it is that you want to do. So because of that, we can't really choose what anyone else is going to do, right? But we get to pick for ourselves. And so I'm going to pull a card to try to help you also navigate that space of Mercury in retrograde. But first, let's take a look. You have the card of release. So Pisces, that you would get, first off, it's our E word, so I love that, right? It's reinvent, renew, revitalize, relax, release, re-examine, research. All the RE words come into play with a Mercury in retrograde. Well, this Mercury in retrograde is happening in Virgo, which opposes your sign. And because of that, on the 30th, so within a week after Mercury stations retrograde on the 23rd of August, it doesn't station direct until the 15th of September. On the 30th of August, we have a full moon in your sign, depending on where you are in the world, but pretty much on the 30th. And so you have release, lighten your load. Perfect. So this Mercury retrograde period is really encouraging you and inviting you into the space of releasing and letting go what doesn't work for you. And so let's get into where the obstacle is going to be for you, and then we'll look at the opportunity, because there's always an opportunity that comes forward. So look at this. You've got this 8 of Swords, right? This is the release energy. That butterfly is no longer in a cocoon, but it's still hanging out there. It thinks it's not time to fly yet, but maybe it is, right? And so that will probably come with that energy of that full moon that really invites you to do that. Wow, you have some amazing cards. There is some new little idea, some seed of intention. So we get a new moon in Virgo that happens on the 14th of September, the day before the retrograde period ends. And I think there is a great place to plant your seed of intention. So using the full moon to release and let go of the negative stinking thinking, because it's swords, right? It's swords. It's about our thoughts that we can't get out of this. We can't figure this out. We're not good enough. We're not smart enough. And all the thoughts, right? And the best place to make decisions are here in the heart space. And Pisces is a water sign. You know that that's one of your superpowers. It's really trusting what's going on in the heart. And so then that new moon in Virgo, which is very grounded energy, invites us to plant a seed. A seed is an intention. And when we planted a seed, it's below the ground. And so nobody has to really know what your seed is. I would suggest that you sort of keep it to yourself and nurture it, because it is a new idea. We have the Daughter of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. So it's definitely something small and important and has value. But look, it looks like a big target here. A big target, all pointing to this. And this little rainbow of energy is right here too. And the rainbow doesn't happen unless there's been a storm. And so it's like coming out of the storm with that release energy, and then stepping into the rainbow, the healing energy, and planting your seed of intention in order to create and grow something really magnificent for you. You have here cards I have not, you're the last sign I've done. I did them in order this time. Don't always do it that way. And you have 4 cards here that I have not seen yet. And I haven't seen this one either. So, and I'm not sure about that Ace of Pentacles either. So, lots of new stuff happening for you guys. Let's take a look at what we have here. We have this elk. Elk Spirit says, stable, resilient, headstrong, and the Father. Ooh. That's coming with this bear. Okay, this to me looks like part of what's holding you back is a very oppressive, bossy energy. Almost as though so there's sort of a little bit of a laziness, and then we have this very authoritative energy here. And basically, it could be the little voice inside of your head from when you were a child, and it keeps playing, well, you can't do that. Or a sense of feeling overwhelmed, because I would think that a little fawn would feel overwhelmed to have to get up and face the world. And so it feels like there's a lot of, I think, this restrictive energy here. Some of it is from outside forces that have made you think that you're not capable. You are very capable. You are more than enough. Oh boy, are you more than enough. Okay. We have this crocodile. So crocodiles will pull you under the water, and they will drag you off to their lair, and they will stack sticks and mud around you, and they keep you like in their little refrigerator until they're ready to eat. That's what this feels like. It's like this below the surface fear that holds you in place. And you've been wounded, right? Because usually they've taken a bite out of their prey, and then they're wounded, and it's hard for them to be able to figure out how to set themselves free. And like if they drag a person off, the person might be able to figure it out, but some of those animals, they just feel trapped. And they might be able to get themselves free, but they don't know how. And I feel like there's some of that going on. You have the sea serpent, which you've got this serpent eating its tail. I'm going to go and look in the book to see what it says, because this is a very high vibrational energy here. And so, but it really kind of looks like the Ace of Pentacles to me, right? And so I feel like you have a very high vibrational opportunity, and you feel very oppressed and held down. And when it says release and lighten your load, I don't think that anybody's holding you down. I think that all those tapes that play over and over in our heads from when we were children, when people told us we weren't good enough, or failures that we've had, and we thought, well, oh gosh, I don't know if I can. I think you should believe in yourself more, Pisces. You have the ability to feel your way through a situation, intuitively know what to do next. So this is emotional healing of wounds and expressing desires. And so I do think that finding your voice and understanding that you got to flap your wings there so that you know you're strong enough to fly, but you have the wings to fly. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it is emotion, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves with creativity and sexuality without fear or shame, and we know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. And I think that's what this opportunity comes with this full moon for you, because this really looks like a full moon sitting up here, right? This full moon in your sign, it's about releasing judgment of yourself and forgiveness of yourself for anything that you perceive that you've done incorrectly at any point in time. But also, there's a lot of freedom that comes in forgiving others for just being human and not knowing any better than the crap they did. When the energy of the sea serpent is not activated, our emotions and our creativity are left in the muddy waters, right? The crocodile. They're left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates, in some area of our lives, and in other places it floods. It is important to remember that no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same, like a mother. She wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. And the thing about the bear is that I always feel like his spirit's got your back kind of energy. So I think that you're feeling stuck and suppressed and pushed down. But really, this very tender soul of yours, this tender idea that you have, you are strong enough. Just flap your wings a little, and you can move forward. So where's the opportunity? Release, lighten your load, and you get the frog. And the frog is always about hopping off of this lily pad and going on to the other. Decluttering, releasing, letting go of emotional energy that no longer serves us. And this is the opportunity. And I think that full moon that happens in your sign right there with this retrograde energy is totally opening up for it. And here we have the bat, and the bat knows intuitively, look, he's flying. He's flying. Same colored wings. He's flying in the light of the full moon. And look, it kind of looks like a heart, doesn't it? There is an opportunity for you to just really open up and express and to find where your soul truly wants to be. Because here we have this beautiful Six of Cups energy. Look at all these deep roots going into knowing what you are, with this Ten of Pentacles as an opportunity. So real soulmate energy, real opportunity to connect in with dreams of the past. Someone from the past, again, like I said, exes could come back, or we can revisit, reconnect with our current relationships in a deeper, more meaningful way. But I think your ability to express yourself becomes very key. And as I say that, as I say that, the canary comes out in the challenge is the singing your own song, using your mind wisely. Freedom is yours, and know your worth. Oh my gosh, freedom is yours. You could set yourself free right here. This is about thinking. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's a little confusing. Use your mind wisely when Mercury is in retrograde. Oof, right? And then the full moon. I mean, your emotions are going to be heightened, and communication is going to be weird. And so it becomes down to, can you believe in yourself and really be willing to be who you are and shine your light out of this little canary is wearing a crown, right? This is know your own value, your own worth. And here we have the card of the cat spirit, which says claim your independence. And the elephant spirit says learn from the past. The only really thing of value in the past is the skills and the knowledge and the wisdom that is gained from it. Because the past no longer exists. And if we keep talking about it and we keep visiting it, then those stories stay alive and they become the present. And they don't have to. Sometimes we want them to, right? You know, when you're reconnecting with a soulmate from your childhood and you talk about all the good times you have, they become present feelings again, and it strengthens the bond in the relationship, right? That's cool. But if you're talking about the bully at school and you're revisiting how scared you were and how you had to hide in the bathroom to eat your lunch and stuff, then that becomes the present energy that you're in, and that's not cool. And so it becomes important that you only tell yourself the good stories and let the other ones slide off into the muddy, murky waters where they deserve to be. Look, you are the map maker of your own destiny, but this is the challenge. The challenge is taking back your own authority. The challenge is that your thoughts and your actions dictate your way future. And the beautiful thing is all the control is yours, and the scary thing is all of the control is yours. You have all the power. You have all the power. And that's scary sometimes. But you're being asked to step into your own authority. And you will be guided, because here in the energy of the opportunity, we have the spirit whisper, divine guidance, and higher knowing. That's this bat. And it's leading you to this beautiful Ten of Pentacles energy. where you really have it all. Financial security and abundance, emotional security and abundance, creative, whatever it is that you're looking for. Spiritually, Ten of Pentacles really encompasses all of that. And so with this full moon, you are being invited during this retrograde period to release and to reorganize in your mind the way that you think about yourself and your own powers and abilities and your dreams for the future, and to get ready to plant seeds of intention to really bring those in. So let's look at relationships for a little bit, because of that Venus and that, oh, you have beautiful cards. Very nice cards. So you have Venus and Mars that are having these conversations about what choices we're going to make and how we're going to move forward and what are we going to do. And you have the Rainbow Reviver and you have the card of intimacy. The Rainbow Reviver, it says for you to take a deep breath, put your feet on the ground, take a deep breath, and breathe the rainbow energy in through your crown chakra. And again, the rainbow only comes after the storm, right? And so visualize this energy just working through your body, bringing its healing, bringing all the healing, clearing and opening all the chakras, rebalancing you, clearing and healing. This is something that you can do for a few moments every day or whenever you're stressed. And you can clear that energy out. It will help you, aid you in this releasing and letting go. It's just healing energy, the whole spectrum of light and energy coming through. Because what is a rainbow? But it is the white divine light that has been split apart in a prism and allows us to see that all the colors become one. It's really, truly amazing. Let's take a look at this intimacy card here for you, though. I think this is there. You didn't get the card of boundaries. And I think that's because you have a lot of self-imposed boundaries at this time. Or you're letting other people impose boundaries on you. Take back your freedom. True intimacy has safe, healthy boundaries in it. But it's also being open and willing to reveal ourselves to that one or two special people in our lives, right? So, true intimacy occurs when you reveal the tender and innocent. Oh my God. The tender and innocent. An idealistic side of yourself. Be open to its loving influence in your life. True intimacy is a powerful and beautiful energy that will transform your relationships. Most of us experience physical intimacy during sex, that we all know that sex, no matter how good, does not sustain a full relationship. Emotional and spiritual intimacies are the keys to a deeper interpersonal connection. In recent years, intimacy between friends and partners has been replaced by the sharing of emotional and spiritual wounds, but the angels and the guides say that your potential or existing partner is not meant to be your healer or your therapist. In fact, a tendency to bring your past hurts and disappointments into conversation with your beloved can actually keep them alive. Oh my God, we were just talking about that. Or unconsciously make your partner feel responsible for fixing you and your problems. Those matters are best dealt with by an objective and caring professional. The kind of intimacy your heart truly desires shows up when you and your partner reveal the innocent, tender, idealistic moments. The Six of Cups energy. Ooh, I love this so much. And creative sides of yourself to one another. These parts of your personality are often playful, cheeky, reverent, childlike, and joy-filled. They are not concerned about what the neighbors think. Of course, intimacy can include sharing your secret fears with your partner too, but to do so in a way that makes it clear that you're simply revealing an intimate truth about yourself rather than burdening your beloved with your concerns. Intimacy may include physical closeness without sex, by feeding one another, washing or styling your partner's hair, placing a blanket over your partner when they fall asleep, or having a bath together. Just a few examples. Some of the most profound, intimate moments happen when there is no conversation at all, and your beautiful connection is enhanced by a glorious sunset or a graceful bird on the wing. You know, taking that evening stroll or that morning walk with your with your partner is very bonding. And it has a lot of bonding stuff that goes on. Um, you know how, sorry, I just had hair get in my mouth. Uh, when when during sex there's endorphins that are released, and that energy flows between you in the after time. Walking also releases endorphins. And so there's also that bonding that happens then. And it doesn't even have to be conversation, just being connected while you're, holding hands or walking side by side and pointing out things and experiencing that together helps to create a stronger bond. So you have drawn this card today because your soul longs for you to understand how real intimacy arises and to make yourself available to its influences from now on. I feel like you may be, based on some of these cards over here, you may have been protecting your energy because of past hurts. And in a current relationship, it looks like you may be having an opportunity to actually develop something, and maybe you're the one that's holding it back. And maybe just maybe, and this won't be for all of you, but for some of you, maybe what's happening is that you're projecting the pains and the hurts of the past, either from the parents or other relationships, on your significant other, and somehow like you're afraid they're going to do that at any moment, and it's creating a distance in your relationship. And so if you can release your fears about that and be willing to move forward and not keep telling those stories, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions are dictating the direction that your life is going, and you are the map maker of your own destiny right now. All the personal planets, by the time we get through this, as soon as Mercury clears its shadow on the 18th, all the personal planets, that's the sun, not the sun. Well, the sun always moves forward, so does the moon. But Mercury and Venus and Mars, they're all moving forward. And all the outer planets are moving in retrograde. And we can't do anything about the outside environment. So all we can manage is what we're doing in ourselves and how we can navigate through that energy in order to move things forward. And so working with the energetic cycles, this is how you best use this energy. So I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for being here, for liking this and sharing, and for the comments. I love building a community with you guys. And speaking of building community, I have a Facebook group. If you'd like to come over and join in over there, I'd love to see you. I do personal readings if you think that would be of help to you. The information for that is in the description box below. You guys take really good care. It looks like all you have to do is kind of release some of these fears. And if you need a real therapist, go get one. Our partners are not our therapists. They're our best friends. And there is a difference. All right? You guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.